probably from the late 90s up until about 2004, 250,000 Chechens died because of basically a minority of Islamic fundamentalists. But the point is that I remember being in that city, and it was as smooth as this desk, and thinking, I'm standing on a grave. And I've been invited to this monumental event where people came from all over the world. And it was one of the most moving moments I remember, to be with those filmmakers in that setting. And that's like the extreme version I can tell you of what a film festival can mean to people that really need to come together again. I've certainly worked in Serbia, I've worked in Croatia, I've worked in many countries in the former Russian Federation. I've worked in Uzbekistan 3 or 4 times. I mean, I've had an amazing career. I at a very critical time in the industry, in the mid-2000s, I actually made it a point, for many reasons, not just work-wise, but for my own curiosity in terms of where I wanted to take my life. I've worked literally all over the world, and I mean that. I've been in places that nobody gets to go to, nobody has the good fortune to get where I've been, and I have to tell you, we're in a very, very small world right now, and God bless us all and God save us all. It's a very complicated time. But I would say that the urgency for film festivals is that voices from everywhere must be heard. Whether or not they're distributed or not, that's another story. They must be heard. They must be given a voice. That is really the fundamental purpose of a film festival, not unlike a music festival or an art festival. But film, again, is a universal language. I will tell you, I am very proud to be a member of the American film industry. Some of the guys here in this room have been on crews with me in the middle of the night, in the freezing cold in Long Island. So they know the drill, but the point is that I'm very proud to be a member of the American film industry, and I really believe that the American film industry gave me a life that I have lived the life of 10 men. And it is because of the American film industry and the extraordinary men and women that I've worked with that I would stand up and salute any day of the week. And the one thing that working in the film industry teaches you more than anything is that nothing that we do in this life, we do alone. Nothing. You know, when you work on a film, I don't care if you're a superstar and you're carrying the Bible. The point is that if you don't have the humility to connect with the people around you, your job is just as important as the guy who puts the plug in the wall. Because if he doesn't put that plug in the wall at the right moment, you don't have a job. So the point is, the fundamental mechanics and the infrastructure of film is no different than an orchestra playing a symphony. It's that critical. I've worked in every level of the filmmaking process. I've given seminars on it. I've had amazing experiences all my life with the most brilliant filmmakers in the world and some of the most, what could I call it, supremely ungifted people. But I tell you, you know what? It's always the same experience, because finally, you know, I say to myself sometimes, I say, why are you still here? Why? How have you continued? How have you survived? And I think of one thing in that. My life has been about relationships. Most of you don't know me from Adam. I mean, the point is that I'm a very long-term relationship person. So if I get involved in a relationship, I want the total fruition of that journey. And the thing is, that's, in terms of my relationship to my industry, why I've sustained myself. Number one, I love what I do. I love the storytelling process, and I really believe that stories are really crucial to our growth as a species. But the point is that the relationships that I've had in the American film industry has what has sustained me, and I salute all of them for that. So anyway, thank you, and I'm happy to answer questions. Thank you.